Alright guys, welcome back. Let's just get everything sorted out. Right, so yeah, I fell asleep last night and completely forgot to live stream, so I thought I've got to build the rocket, so might as well live stream doing that. Okay. And yeah, I'm also experimenting with having a little bit of music on in the background, so let me know what you think of that. We are in ESA. I thought it had crashed then, but apparently not. Let me just leave it a second. Yeah, I thought it was still loaded. Volumetric clouds do add a bit of lag, don't they? Well, that's done. Okay. Oh, we got some lovely cloud cover. That's probably why it was lagging so much. Right. So I'm building the human lander for tonight's mission. If I don't fall asleep again. No, I'm gonna have a nap. So a nap before I stream and set an alarm tonight. So yeah, I'll be building this. And then we'll be going to the moon tonight. And then the next, so tomorrow night, or tomorrow at some point, I'll be doing the 500 subscriber special live stream. I got that planned out, or I will be planning that out after I've done this today. Doing that, and then we'll be getting on the next day with the normal missions. So I want a pod. I was thinking about using the dragon pod, the dragon capsule. That one. But then again, oh, it has got a docking port on it though, doesn't it? Yes, it does. I need to know what connects for that. So I might, am I going to use that? Do you know what? No, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use the lander cam, the MK3 lander cam. This one. Oh, sorry, the LK2 lander cam. Is that right? Yeah. I'm going to use that, and then I'll put a tank on top of it. A procedural tank. Yes. So yeah, that'll be okay. Then we'll put a docking port on top of that, because the design I'm going to be using is so this will just have enough fuel to land, hopefully, and take back off from the moon and get into orbit, where there'll be some tankers in orbit as well. So I've got to build, oh yeah, got to build a tanker as well. So let's get on with this then. Let's smooth cone it. That's right, isn't it? Oh yeah, that looks okay. Let's get a docking port on top of that. Just save that to my favourites really. Is it in coupling? I want the junior port. That's the one. Yeah, that'll work. Let's just sink that down a little bit. Get it so that disappears. Don't know if that'll still dock. Let's change the curve. Oh, I know. I really want to get rid of that. Set that to nothing. Okay, we'll just lift it up a tiny bit. Almost perfect. Just don't want to see that Kerbalized little warning sign on the edge there. That's beautiful, that is. Lovely. Right. So we'll dock to that once we're in orbit. Back around the moon and then refuel through it. And that will give us the delta V we need to get home. Right. Now, next step will be, let's put a battery on there because we're going to need some batteries. Some of my favourites, procedural battery. Going to need quite a bit of power in that. That should be plenty. We want the weight on the bottom as well for when we come home. So we want to be out of fuel pretty much. Or possibly be able to decouple this when we come back. I mean, surely just adding the option to do it wouldn't be too bad, would it? Put that in there like that. But also we'll need to put a reaction wheel in, so I'll put the reaction wheel, let's make that a tiny bit smaller. We're not going to be sitting in this cockpit, so we don't need to see into it when we're in there. So like that. Right, there's our reaction wheel. That battery back on there, and let's slide that up a tiny bit. Perfect. Then we got a decoupler on there, put that back on the top, and we'll just slide it down a bit there. Okay. Right, so we'll decouple that when we land back on Earth. Got a battery there, that's a nice bit of weight. What else do we need? We're going to need another tank. And I'm going to make that a cone, a smooth cone. That's literally it, practically like that, but longer. Yeah, something like that. Then I'm going to put a heat shield on the bottom of that. Not that one. That one. might do something. And then we want some external fuel tanks, because we're going to need a bit of delta V. Oh, why do I keep doing that? Procedural liquid tanks, and we'll do that. Like that. Make them a little bit thinner. That should be fine. And a bit longer. Let's move those down a little bit. And then we want some cones on the top of those. And we'll drag those in. Oh, lovely, just fitting in there behind the window there. These also, actually, I'm going to put little heat shields on there, so let's make the bottom bigger and let's make that a bit. And let's put some tiny heat shields on there. Small ones. I'll scale that. Yep. Just so it covers that. Now I could make those things detach, but I just don't want to do that yet, so let's do that like that. Right, then we'll put our landing legs on those. And again, I think we'll use the new Shepherd ones. Those are medium, much smaller. We got them. Yeah. We might even make them a little bit smaller. That looks good. Just clip them in a little bit. Okay, right. Now, obviously, we need some engines. And I'm going to use the Draco engine again. Whoops. Oh, there they are. Where are they? Here it is. The engine, not the monopropellant one. Oh, it doesn't like to stay to the side of that. So. Let's lift that up then a little bit. Yeah. That's going to clip into the window, isn't it? It looks a bit weird. What if I make this tank a little bit wider at the bottom? do that, couldn't I? And then I'll make that a bit bigger. A little bit smaller than that. Ooh. Yeah, something like that. And then I can hopefully bring that down enough to... In fact, you know what? I might need to make that bigger. Let's just see. Comes under the window. Yeah, I'm gonna know. So I'll take that off a sec. Let's make that just a normal cylinder. That's nice because that's under the door. The ladder will come out to there. It's got to go in just a little bit, hasn't it? Just a little bit more. It's quite nice actually. A little bit more. That should be enough, honestly. And then we'll put another structural tank underneath and make that a smooth cone. That's it. And it's about there. That should do, I think. And then put the heat shield back on. It's lovely, look at that. Beautiful. Right, let's go and test that quickly. Test the thrust to weight 170. Well, that's not a lot, is it? Can I scale these up? Yes, I can. Right, so look at thrust to weight 2.16. That should be enough. That should be good. But with just those. Oh no. Okay. Right, let's do some. There's things I haven't done yet, isn't there? I've got to put a. Oh no, we should be okay for that. I think that'll be alright. Is that raised? That's raised back up, yeah. That's it. Alright. I'll change the colour of that. It's clicking a bit better. Okay, what about if we just leave it there like that? Is that okay? That's alright. I think that'll be okay. Let's just quickly put a ladder in before I test it. Looking for one particular ladder because it fits in very nicely and it's long. Is it that one? Yeah. Right, why were you only going 4 times symmetry? Really? Right, take those off then. Up there. So yeah, that looks good. Good. And honestly, that should be fine. Just that one ladder. I think that'll be okay. Let's put that engine back on. And move it around a bit. is that in enough to miss that ladder? Yes, perfect. Right, so we've got a reaction wheel. We don't have any RCS on it. I think that'll be okay with the reaction wheel. Put solar panels on it in a moment. Just want to go and do some stability tests. So let's save this as, it looks like a star hopper, don't it? Let's call it moon hopper. Now. Moon hopper 1. Nice, I think that looks cool. Right, let's change this track because this does my head in.
Can you feel it?
And let's launch. Hoping this will have a nice stability, be able to hover. Because if it can hover nicely and come back down and then do an auto landing, it should be stable back through the atmosphere. Oh, I love this song. All these tracks in this that are playing, they're all AI music. Pretty crazy that makes music this good, like. We should be able to hover up in these clouds, that'd be nice. Get the SAS on. And we'll ignite that engine. There we go. Just want to go up very slowly. Like that star hopper did. Try and get it to a hover. Okay, it hovers. Let's go up quite high. Want to use about half of the fuel, really. Just put gear away. We go through the clouds. That looks so cool. That is brilliant. We need to bring our landing guides. Look at them clouds. That looks so good. Oh. Right, let's just see if we can hover somewhere around here and burn off some of that fuel. Got quite a nice bit of thrust to weight now, hasn't it? 3.75. Okay, hopefully this will be stable as it comes back down. and we can hit the land somewhere button and it will land. Yeah, it's going to be actually nice to be sat in here. It's not oh, there's nothing obstructing it either. That's nice. Okay. Going to come back down on the pad. We're quite close to it. Do your thing. There it goes. Out come the landing legs. Nice controlled descent. It's nice and stable. Right, so that was the half tank test, landing with half a tank of fuel. Now we want to go burn the rest of that fuel and land on an empty tank and see how stable it is doing that. So let's go SAS again and let's go back up. Get up a little bit faster. Into those beautiful volumetric clouds. Lead off some of that speed. Right, let's go back down. Guess I'll try landing with different quantities of fuel. Let's it land somewhere. Should light any second. Go. It's nice and stable even with a little bit of fuel in it, so that's really good. Ah, the one thing I have to do later is remove parallax, isn't it? Forgot about that. Right, okay, that's good enough. Works really well, I'm really pleased with that. Have done that really. Right, that's all nicely done. Let's next step is going to be I want to start with those retracted. And move up a little bit. Hey! Saw one of your previously recorded streams on YouTube. Glad I caught you live this time. Oh, nice, dude. Nice to have you with me. I'm just doing a chilled little build. A chilled build. That's quite cool. For our mission later tonight. So I thought I'd do some streams at different times so different people could catch me, because people coming into the stream and being like, oh, I never get to watch you live. What is my next step here? That's all nice. That's all working perfectly. I do, before I forget, I want to put some solar panels on there, because that's the thing I always forget to do. I'm going to use those. I want to use them ones. They're quite nice. 1, 2. Yeah, no, I'm not going to go with those ones. Where's the Gigantor? The under G, wouldn't it? The Gigantor. Where is it? It's not that one. Is that it? No. Saw it by name, it should be under G, surely. Oh no, there it is. Ah, right. It's S. It's S. It's a very shiny build, yeah. It's still bare metal at the moment before I've painted it up. What colour scheme do you think I should go with for this one? This is a human lander on the moon. I can only have this bit can only be white though, unfortunately. Quite big ones, yeah. Stay on. Gap there, yeah, that's okay. How big is that when I extend it? It's actually quite massive. Yeah, that's right. And then we're going to want some communications. And I think that's pretty much done for that part. Not very good designer, so usually go with simple schemes like white, black, dark, blue, red. You're exactly like me, mate. That's exactly what I do. Go for very simple things with like accent colours, do you know what I mean? Like I would do the whole base black, the middle, and then do these ones like a different colour, like a subtle colour. Slap on some lights, a couple of decals, and it's good to go. Exactly, mate, exactly. Quite a simple process, isn't it? But it's like you can overthink it a lot. Yeah, that's good to go. I'm going to go with a black middle. Or actually no, I'll go with a white middle to match that. Let's see if I can get that colour matched a little bit better. $208, $208, $208. It's pretty similar. It needs to be a bit darker, but let's go to 05. 05. 05. I'll do. Let's store that colour. Let's put that on there. Oh, that one. Store that one and load that one. Okay. On that one. Load. Oh yeah, we've got the battery there as well. Look at me remembering to put everything in. I probably have forgotten something now. Yeah, I might just go for black and white. Black and white's quite it's neutral, isn't it? It's nice. Black. Let's go for a shiny black though to contrast that matte white. How shiny, not glass. About there. Store that. I need that one too. Nice and simple. Quite smart looking. I like that. I'm excited for this mission tonight. Oh, right. Let's get some lights on there. Where can we put some lights? We'll put them on this. Yeah, on that dome part, I think. Looks lovely. Cheers, dude. That was your design choice, really. Well, we think alike, don't we? So, which lights am I going to use? The MK ones or some better ones down here? Is there not? I had some kind of what? Ah, was that it? No, it wasn't that one. Oh, I can make them white though anyway, can't I? So I think I'll go for... Let's just see how much they are, mate. 4 of those. Beautiful. White. Make them blue. Oh yeah, that reminds me of Star Wars. It kind of looks like a stormtrooper's helmet, but like very elongated. Regarding remembering to put on things, I keep procrastinating to make a couple Werner checklists for launch. It's a good idea. I always forget to put something on. I always forget something. I really like that. Let's take that down to the ground. Yeah, that's going to be cool. In fact, shall I put one there and one there? Same angle. Same angle. And we got loads of lights. Yeah, I like that. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Alright. Right, that's the actual lander. I don't want to say done because I've probably forgotten something. What else did you say? Just colour it and light. Oh, decals. Gonna have to put our mission name on there and our own logo. Which is very simple but very effective. ESA. Keep that in black, I think. I'll take a little bit of, get a little bit more modern back in there, yeah. And but isn't that the beauty of it all? Send a rescue mission with an engineer, put on the missing bits, then send another rescue mission to refuel the first one because you totally misjudged that would be needed. This is exactly why I have got a docking port on the top of here, right? Because I lost our save and everything, so I got to redo everything. But I made this design because I'd gone to the moon, I didn't have enough Delta V to take off. I couldn't be bothered to redesign the craft. So I thought, well, what if I just put a docking port on there and make some tankers that will orbit around the moon, and then we can just get enough Delta V in there to take off and get into orbit and dock, then we can refuel and come home. So it was like really organic progression of how to design it. And then obviously I could just sit here and redesign it, so we didn't have to do that at all. But I thought that was so fun, and like that's the whole, like you said, the beauty of it, that you like progressively do these things and build things sort of naturally. You get some really crazy looking designs as well. Like I might even name this Stormtrooper. I'm actually gonna do that, yeah, because that really reminds me of a Stormtrooper. Have you tried using a claw instead of docking port? It makes it a bit easier not having to perfectly align when docking. I haven't, but I use MechJeb to dock, so I really don't have to mess around with docking, because I'm bad at that sort of thing. It really doesn't translate well for me being like, for me live streaming and then trying to dock by myself or land by myself or something, because I'm really bad at it. Stormtrooper. Stormtrooper. Something like that. On the side of the helmet. Let's put that in the front. Right there. Wow, how long has that taken me already? That's just that one little stage of this. It's going to be a 3-stage rocket. Yeah, MechJeb is love. I hate to faffing about for a few minutes docking manually. I honest, the only thing I don't do with MechJeb is set my burns up to get to the moon or to get to another planet or something. I usually do that manually because you can control it a lot better. But yeah, I'll use it for everything else now pretty much. Also in RP terms, nobody docks manually real life rockets these days anyway. Yeah, it's true. It's not the Apollo days, is it, anymore? Though the whole docking thing is like one of the things that got me into space. When I was watching Apollo 13 and it was that whole docking thing. That I thought that was so cool. I was like, man, that's crazy that they do that. What if it goes wrong, you know? Proud disabled, thank you. I just listen to me, game. Disabled. Oh my days, okay. Well, if you want to keep the shroud, you may keep the shroud. That's got to be a bit... Oh, but it won't make the shroud thinner. I guess that doesn't matter anyway, does it? Right, we'll have a decoupler there. We'll have an... what do I want here? I want a... I can just have a second stage right there, can't I? Literally right there. The fairing... Or should I put the fairing there? I'm going to need RCS, so I'll put an RCS tank under here to give us a bit of space to put that fairing on. Like that. That'll be plenty of RCS there, and then we'll put our fairing on there. On that bit. Make that a bit bigger. I think black for now. Had a really hilarious mech jab failure the other day. Had it in a plot to intercept course to a space station in Kerbal orbit at around 120 kilometers. My rocket was at 80 kilometers, so it should be pretty simple, right? While the first burn he thought to make was straight aimed at Kerbal, which lowered the periapsis to about 56 kilometers, and it literally stopped and did nothing anymore as it entered atmosphere. Can almost picture the AI pilot thinking, oh no, we might have slightly bungled this. You do get some quality moments in this game, man. I've had a few moments on live stream where some crazy stuff's happened, and it's so funny, so funny. Dimrak, hi, how you doing, man? Welcome to the channel. Just watched a stream from last night. I'm here for more, liking the vibe here, so cheers, dude. Got a nice friendly community here. Really glad to say that as well. It's a lovely community, man. Everybody's so nice. I've been doing these streams for nearly 3 weeks now, and absolutely no drama whatsoever. No nastiness, no anything from anyone. That's not the experience you usually find on the internet. So it's really, really nice. That's quite a nice shape, isn't it? I like that. Right. That's our RCS tank, then we want our second stage. And I'm going to make that a smooth cone again, because I love this design. And it just shoulders out a little bit. Just get that so it's not clipping there. There. Oh no, that's too much. I'm such a perfectionist. There we go, that'll do. Right, bottom. Just want it so it sort of levels out with that bit. That's what I've learnt. Is usually a good marker to go by. And then another one. Whoops. It's going to be a big rocket, unnecessarily big, I think. Go up a little bit. I think that'll do for the second stage. Let's have another tank there so we can make a dome on the bottom of it. Somewhere nice to attach that engine. And I'm also, because we always need this, it's always handy anyway. And I like the design, I think it looks so cool. Put those on there, diameter, actually diameter looks alright to be honest, somewhere about that. And about that big is perfect, and then cones. Bit of length because I've got an idea. Copy and paste that. Someone said to me the other day, you're really quick at building, and I was like, man, it takes me hours. It takes me hours to build stuff. I don't think I'm that quick. Top, bottom 0. Right, here's my little design thing. Does that go level? Yep. Do that and then spin it around so we nicely claw into that tank. And same on the top. Beautiful, and then we'll pull all those in with the snap off. That there. So about there, let's make those ones longer. That's what I want. Oh, look at that little claw, look at that. Ah, here's the not so fun part, choosing the engine. Procedural Parts makes everything so well put together. Yeah, it really does. I can't go back to not using Procedural Parts at all. I've stayed away from it for now, already running a 140 mods pack, and it's slowing things down a bit. It does, yeah. I've got so many patches. I don't know if you heard me say it takes me 45 minutes to load this game, but my hard drive's terrible, and I've not got this on an SSD. I wanted to mention about your control point issue. Did you build the rover 2.0 in VAB or the space plane hangar? I built it in the VAB. That could, yeah, I think you're right. That's why the control point was switched, right? Is that what you're gonna say? Yeah, I think that could have been a thing. Because yeah, usually you build the rover in the space plane hangar, don't you? We are going to need a hefty engine for this stage. I think heftier than that. What's 1,000 going to do? How much thrust to weight will that give us? Wow. So we're going to want a big engine for that stage. I want even bigger, dude. Oh, that's huge though, isn't it? I mean, yeah, it is kind of scaled. 1.93. Like a little bit more there. That was nearly 2,000. That's not as much. That's 1,000. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. Liquid hydrogen engine. Oh yeah. I think that might be what I used on the last one actually. We make that tiny. Move it in a little bit. Move it in quite a bit actually. But let's have a bit of that engine poking through because that's quite sexy. Yeah, it locks the orientation where you build it. Ah, got you. I also like building rovers in VAB. Changing the control point when landed isn't a big deal, to be honest. Now I know how to do it. It's pretty easy, isn't it? I've been trying to figure out the single stage to orbit scene. Don't really use the VAB much now. Do you know, that's something I'm going to go into when we've sort of done our planned, sort of semi-planned sort of missions. Because I want to get into planes now. I've got these volumetric clouds, and the single stage to orbit is something I've never ever done. Never actually even experimented with it at all. That's nice. Personally, I've stayed away from planes for the time being. I'm utter garbage at landing them. Oh yeah, that's my problem as well. Again, I use MechJab for the auto landing. What was this? Liquid hydrogen. 3 kind of thrust away. Is that gonna? That's better, isn't it? 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Is that last? 1, 2, 3. That's right. We've got 6 tanks there all together. 388, that's perfect, and 117 seconds of burn. We've probably got enough delta V to get to the moon already. Nearly. Just in that. Right. We want a... Let's put a fairing on top of there actually, so I can see what that looks like. Yeah, that don't look too bad, does it? Just change any of that extra radius at all? So it's just on the edge. Yeah, that looks good. That's nicely proportioned. Right, that's our second stage. Now for our main booster. Should be pretty simple. Decoupler. Get rid of that shroud. Oh, don't do this. I don't want the shroud. Ah, there we go. Okay. To do it when it's already on there. Let's something like that, and then we'll put another RCS tank underneath that just to make sure we. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure we'll have loads. Just go straight with the tank. And that's going to be another smooth cone. Yeah. Do that tank. And make that long AF. Basically, it's a massive rocket. This is the biggest rocket I've ever built so far at ESA, Everything Space Agency. That, I mean, that should be enough. Let's make that a little bit. You don't want to go too wild, but you just want to dome the end of that as well. Oops. And you're going to want that. You playing RSS? I am playing RSS. It's RSS Reborn because I'm using BlackRack's volumetric clouds. It's a bugger to install, but I have done an installation video if you ever want to use it with that. Regarding MechJeb, my usual approach is first learn to do something manually, then use MechJeb to automate things. Once I got how it's supposed to work, yeah, I did used to do things manually. And then when I found out about MechJeb, I was like, I'm going to be using this one from now on, boys. Oops. Right, and I hope the Octopus engine will do us proud here. 1.3. Scale that bad boy up so we get it to 1.5. 1.4. And let's lower the thrust just a tiny bit. So it's behind my head what I'm doing here. 1.51, that'll do. 99% thrust. Let's make that bottom a bit bigger. Make that a little bit. It's actually perfect there, isn't it? I'll move that up. Oh, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll make that a little bit shorter. Make that one a bit longer. it's a tiny bit small. It's all for aesthetics now, not for us to wait. 1.44, 1.45. Let's give it a test. I think that might be okay. 1.45. How much delta V is that? 19,000. That looks bloody good to me. Let's give that a quick test. And I just want to do this as well. To make that not look so silly. This is a great little mod. This is automatic decoupler shrouds. They're actually brilliant. Let's just make the top of that a bit bigger. Look. Let's make it a bit taller so we can't see that. Beautiful. And then we can colour it. I think we can colour it, can we? Or just the ring. Okay. Let's just leave it on like platinum or something. Oh no, we've got. Oh, there we go. That's it. We'll have it black for now. Yeah. Awesome little mod that is. For covering up your engines. Doesn't look the best, but I mean, it looks better than having it just empty. We'll have to put some wings on there too. I need to take notes. Only moon rocket I built in RSS looked like an overweight SLS. I've got in the streams I just refer to it as the Kerbal's learning some new technology. But I've got a mod called Easy ISP where you can set the ISP amount to what you like. So I leave it at a bit of a challenge. Usually, I'm gonna change it back after this mission, but I've got it set at 1.3 now, I think, or 1.2, just so it's a little bit easier. Because I don't want it in the streams. I don't want to have to keep, because you can get to a stage if you've got it set wrong, where you can't do what you want to do at all because you just haven't got the performance. So I've got it set a little bit easy, just so it saves a little bit of time in the streams, because I take my bloody time anyway, do you know what I mean? Wings is the last thing. Wonderful band. Right. Let's put them in a little bit. Oh, they're off center, aren't they? Sorry, off skew. Let's put them there. Let's see if we can move them down. Sometimes the game gets funny about, yeah, let's see, there's a limit there. The game gets funny about how far you can move stuff before it detaches from its anchor point. That is looking good to me. Launch clamps. We just want 2 of those. Will do. I think I left the lights on up here, didn't I? Whoops. Yeah. Turn those off to save the battery. Keep pressing that instead of the close the fairings. And let's make sure that's staged right, and then we'll do a little test. Yep, yep, yep. Further up there, so it's the couple. Light that engine. Right, yeah. Then fairing and a couple. Just open up. Sorry, fairing and then a couple. That is correct. And then light those engines, and the final stage will be losing that top tank. Hopefully, just losing that top tank. In fact, we don't actually need to do that, do we? Because we were so stable. I can take that out now. That's stacked decoupler, which means that'll fit down better on there, is that right? Yeah, nice. I'm going to turn this on. Because that annoys me so much.
Can you feel it?
Right, I think we're ready for our little test. That's all good.
Just for
This is going to be, well, I'll have to rename this one now. We'll call it lander. That's actually the lander. If you hold shift and disable snap, you can move it as far as you want. Oh really? Man, you guys, Zenith KSP, man, welcome to the channel. I don't know if you're new or not, but thank you for that tip, man. You guys are so great with all these little tips. I'm just going to go and quickly test that. That's actually brilliant. I love stuff like that. What did you say? Hold shift and disable snap. Oh, you're a legend, mate. Thank you so much, man. That is a legendary tip right there. That's something I've never found in any of the tips or tricks. Maybe I missed it, but that is awesome. Yeah, mint. Now I can put that right at the bottom. Lovely. Right, let's do it. Yeah, also with snap-on, when you try to move stuff manually, it does a slight offset, which does always turn off snap. That really annoys me sometimes. When you... Oh, it's just made me realise now, when I'm snapping engines sometimes and I'm moving things, they'll go off center. So that won't be a problem anymore. Dude. Thank you so much. Right, let's get rid of that. It looks so weird being like proper bare metal. Proper test machine. Right, don't need that for a second. Let's see if this can get us into orbit. At 200, that'll be fine. We don't need to go for the moon's inclination just yet. Just want to do an orbital test, really. Can't see, but behind my head the Kerbals are sat down here, looking ready to possibly die for their space agency. God bless them. And set that to that. Engage our autopilot. Check that thrust weight again, 1.45. Alright guys, let's go. On the drop of the song as well, brilliant. That's looking good, 1.45 seems okay. Very slow at the moment. It looks so hefty when they're slow like that. Turning, nice. I forgot to put the RCS on. We're just literally saying about always forgetting to put something on. Forgot the RCS. Never mind, that's why we're testing. Failure is always an option. It looks nicely scaled as well, that does, I think. Got so much Delta V, it's absolutely crazy. Already through the clouds. Those clouds look so good, look at that. Only a little problem with like those layers sort of popping through these layers, but I mean once you get up to here it's gone, it's fine, it's done. Looks beautiful. That engine looks mint. Oh. Like testing with Kerbals and no parachutes the Kerbal way. That looks beautiful. F1 crash hour, thank you dude. Thank you very much. Yeah, the Kerbals, they're so willing, bless them. They're so willing to die in the name of science. Although we do have the capability to bring them back to ground safely. They just would have to abort with a full tank. But we have tested it, so we know it lands nicely with a full tank. That's good. It's nice and stable. We are looking good. I thought we was getting some heat in then on the way out, but we're not. It's the Plume. Not going that fast yet. We've got a lot of speed there already, haven't we? Not even 50 yet. This is looking good. Those clouds are just so good. It changes the game completely. Just the fact that they're persistent and they're different every day, but they're persistent is so good. Just, oh man. If the lander has enough thrust, just try and land it in the ocean. We got to bring it down back at KSP. Always got to do that. I did though make. I usually do. You know how like the Navy has a version of a plane, and then the military has a version of a plane. I do a ground landing version and a sea landing version with floats instead of legs. Depending on what the mission is and where we can land with our whatever fuel we've got there, or manoeuvring ability. This is definitely going to get into orbit really nicely. We'd like to have enough Delta V in this stage to do our burn to the moon, and then do the whole capture the moon with that top stage there. So we won't be able to send these Kerbals. I think it would be safest to send up the 2 tankers first. I might even, it depends how much fuel we have left, but on my last test it was like we needed 2 tankers. We'll have to send those first because it takes days for them to get there, don't it? So we'll have them sat in orbit waiting ready for the Kerbals to come off the surface of the moon and then dock with them and refuel. I really like that mission plan. Quite simple, but it was a bit challenging for me to sort of like engineer that, even though it ended up just being a docking port on the top of the dome. What prop will the lander use? It uses just liquid fuel oxygen. I could have gone with a monopropellant one. But here's that second stage. Look at the thrust, the weight on that. Stop gimbaling. Always forget to do that as well. Oh, we need it to gimbal a little bit. It's got no RCS. There we go. Oh, we're gonna have so much. Delta V, look at that. I like this design. I don't have real fuels, no. I'm not using RP1 or RO or any of that. It's just RSS Reborn with volumetric clouds. Because I think that's the only version of RSS that works with it. I have used real fuels in the past and realism overhaul and stuff like that. And it's probably not suited to me. It's probably a bit too realistic for my skill level at the moment anyway. But like, I do like challenges, and when something gets too easy I'm like, yeah, do you know what, maybe I like the idea of my engine not lighting and it failing, because I like the idea of some of it. Like, I like the idea of having to use ullage motors to get your fuel into the lines when you separate a stage or whatever. I like that, but kind of don't like the idea of my engine not lighting. Especially it wouldn't work. It wouldn't be great for, like, say if I was 6 hours into a live stream or something. Gonna do a burn. We got so much fuel left. How much is left in there? 73 seconds. That's good, man. 1 second burn, so we'll have 72 seconds to burn at the moon. Test flight adds failures. Real fuels use ullage and pressure and all that stuff. Oh, it's test flight that has failures. Awesome. Oh yeah, on I can't remember which one it was now. One of them adds the engine relight. You have a certain amount of times you can relight it, don't you? There we go, we're in orbit. We got plenty of Delta V to get to the moon. And these, yeah, there's so much. There's more than we need, in fact. Right. The last stage is just to make the tanker. And I'm gonna do that later on because I've got to go and have food and stuff now. And I'll do that off stream, but I'm practically going to be making exactly the same thing, just with no lander can in it. It'll just have a docking port on the top and a probe thing, and that'll be that. That's real fuels, got you, or RO engines, can't remember. Ah yeah, realism overhaul engines. Right, last thing to do then on this is paint it up. Done the inside of it, haven't we? Black and white. Let's make that bit. Yeah, and I can get rid of that shroud like that as well now. That's better. There we go. Makes that a bit smaller. Let's go, what colours we got there? Black on that one. I'll do black on that too. And then, oh, we'll have that. It's white, isn't it? So we'll make the middle part black. And this one. So this takes the longest time, this bit. And I might keep these like metallic, but take the take those details off so it looks shiny and new. It's actually quite nice, just like that. Should make them really, yeah, no, keep them like, yeah, kind of like there. Store that. That was nice and simple. And then I'll do this. I'll do this bit silver as well, or like platinum, whatever it is. And I'm going to do this one black, SpaceX style. And the wings black to match that, and put the RCS onto, can't forget the RCS. All these different RCSs, I only ever use one or two different ones, these ones, because they're like the best. They do what we want. So I scale them up a little bit. They're brilliant. Put those, I'm going to put that one there. somewhere around 150 is what I used before, I think. Good, that side. That side. Whoops. And then I'm going to want one at the bottom there. And one on top there. That's supposed to just be two. There we go, got a reaction wheel that'll sort the top the lander out, so that's okay. That's that. RCS. Sorted. No boosters needed. And I think I'll make this silver too. Let's get our wolf flag on there. Doesn't seem centered to me, that. Oh, let's move it around a little bit. And that's off again as well. Whoops. That looks a bit better. There we go. That's our lander done. The lander looks cool. Cheers, dude. This is a basic. There's a guy called Orbiter, and he used to do KSP videos, tutorials. He's a Welsh guy. They're brilliant tutorials, and I still use his design practically. It's a little bit of a variation of it, but he just did a lander can with some fuel tanks, a rocket underneath, and tanks on the side that decoupled. But I've just, because we got so much extra ISP and stuff, I just put them in to sort of like make that little design there. The one thing we do need to do, or that I do need to test before we do this, is can it re-enter the atmosphere? So that would be our last test now then. Right, let's do that again then. So that's all right. Save that. We do need to do a re-entry test. I completely forgot that. Because if it can't re-enter the atmosphere, it's no good. I do want to re-enter with this lander. I might have enough fuel to completely slow us to a stop. Well, not quite a stop, but you know, get us right down low speed before we get back to Earth. Possibly, it all depends. But I've had success with this kind of design coming back into the atmosphere before, so there's that. Let's get that going. Let's have a cinematic take. $18,000 out of V. Crazy. How much Delta V do you need to get to Mars? Isn't it like 18,000 or something like that? Go back through in the clouds again. Low Mars orbit costs the same as a moon landing. Ah, right. Yeah, do you know what? I really do like this design. It's kind of like it's modern, isn't it? It's very modern. It kind of reminds me of SpaceX a little bit. Something I could imagine them kind of coming up with. Plume spreading out. I can't remember who I was saying it to now at the beginning of the stream. This song's AI music. I just wrote the lyrics and it came up with this. It's crazy. It's like a really good song as well. Don't you think it's crazy? Like, when I was a little kid, we had tapes and cassettes and, you know, cartridges, and now you can just make a song by saying, make me a song that reminds me of summer, or sounds like, you know, it has this vibe or whatever, and it will just do it, and you can sit and listen to it as if someone sat there and made the song. It's absolutely crazy, man. Imagine AI making a rocket. Yeah, I bet it come up with some crazy stuff. I used an AI generator to make a thumbnail for the Halloween special, and I said, what did I put into it? Something like KSP Halloween themed rocket, and one of the rockets that it came up with was so weird looking. Like, it had a, this is what led me to this here, these little claw kind of things, because it had these little veins going down the side. They were like, I don't know, but they clawed around, and I was just like, that's really, really weird and cool. Like, I would never have thought of that, and that's literally what led to me doing that. Like, here we go, almost through our main booster. I am absolutely starved. I've got a massive craving for a full English breakfast. Even though it's now the afternoon here. There's quite a few new space games, sort of like Kerbal style, being talked about recently, isn't there? I can't, Hidden Space Agency, that's the name of it. I can't wait to see what happens with that. And the fact that what's the name of the studio that did KSP? They've been sold, haven't they? I've forgotten the name now. Is it oh no, it's not Take Two. There we go, there's a second stage. Pull that gimbal down. KSA is a really good one that's coming up. Yeah, I'm really excited for that one. I'm talking with the devs to potentially make a video on them. Ah, awesome, dude. Yeah. I was saying in one of the first streams I did, I was really sad about KSP2, and that I hope some other people are, you know, trying to make something similar and better. But it was the next night, someone goes, yeah, have you heard of Kitten Space Agency? I'm like, no. It's like, yeah, practically what you asked for last night is just being made. And I was like, oh yes. I'm so happy, because I couldn't imagine there not being games like this for people to play. Because not only is it fun, you learn so much, and you don't feel like you're learning. And that's the key, man. That's the key to getting into people's minds, man. have fun. Don't sit down in front of a blackboard and copy text. Have fun, like do things, see things visually, and then you can put stuff together so much better. Are we in orbit? No, not yet. Let's wait to do it. So there we go. Juno New Origins is also quite nice. Yeah, I've played with that. I like that game. I like the way you can build the rockets on there is really nice. All procedural and stuff like that. It doesn't have the same vibe as KSP. You're right. Yeah. I much prefer to play KSP, even though like Juno is a much newer game. I still prefer KSP. I mean, look at it. Look at it. This will probably never, you know, in 10 years, how old is this game gonna look when you've got these mods added to it? I mean, the only thing I can pick a problem with, honestly, is the ground textures. You know, it's not like Microsoft Flight Simulator quality. It's pretty shoddy in all fairness, like, but I mean, it's a lot better than the stock textures, of course. That's the only thing I could pick a problem with. You know, look at these clouds, they look bloody beautiful. The effects on the, and you can, you know, put your own filters and stuff on, but the halo over the earth looks beautiful, you know. It just looks so good to me. I suppose the skyboxes could be like sharpened up or improved or whatever, but it's not like 10 years ago. You look at a game from 10 years ago. Well, this is nearly 10 years old now, isn't it? So say 20 years. God, doesn't time fly? Yeah, well, you look at a game from like 20 years ago and you look at a game from now or 10 years ago and you're like, wow, we came so far really quickly. But we're going to hit a point where things can't look any more real. Soon. Very soon. It's mad. Right, we need to go for a little deorbit. We've got so much fuel left in that state. Let's hit us retrograde. Didn't use the RCS. It's got a nice movement speed to it. I like that. Nice, and it's probably not, I don't know if that's realistic. I never thought about that really, how fast things like move and turn in space. Let's try and land before we get to the darkness. Oh, right. Oh, I don't really want to decelerate myself, do I? So we're going to be coming in quite fast. That's that gone. We have not decoupled. Why? Why have we not decoupled? Or have we? We have? No, we haven't. Oh my god. Well, it's gone, hasn't it? Why didn't that decouple then? Is it stuck on? Oh yeah, look, that's the heat shield stuck under the decoupler for some reason. Right, there's no other way I can get that off, is there? No, literally nothing. There we go. Right, so oh, the heat shield's there. Okay. Right, re-entering the atmosphere in this lander with a full tank of fuel. What could possibly go wrong? Sometimes you just got to wiggle things off. I'll have to look into that in a bit, see why that happened. Right, it's going to be a bit dark when we come back in, but warp us a little bit. That lander has 7k of dB, yeah. I know, it's mad. Absolutely mad. Kerbal's technology really came on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that ISP mod must be, I think I'd probably set it too high. I can definitely lower it so it's more, because I think we might even land on the moon and like have enough fuel to get all the way back to Earth. I mean, nearly probably. And I don't want that much fuel left over, because I want there to be a point to refueling and stuff, to actually be like what's the word, practical. Speed up a little bit to get us into that atmosphere. Oh, those Super Dracos on the side, yeah, they are. Super Draco engines. I've started using these for all my landers now, because it saves having to put engines on like these bits or on the side or anything. And they're nice low profile. Even got the ladder like coming right down past that. Let's start getting some atmosphere, baby, come on. This is what I was saying about something seems different after adding those volumetric clouds and RSS Reborn. The re-entry seems a lot more realistic time-wise now. You don't slow down as quickly as you used to. Wow, man, that's insane. That's a lot of heat. It's working though, so far. I'm surprised it's lasted this far. In real life it would be burning up right now, yeah. It would be so bad. These tanks would have flown off. It'd just be ripped open. But this works. It's nice and stable, isn't it? Why did you say that? Why did you have to go and ruin it, Jamie? This is what we were saying though, when it goes wrong it's so funny. Oh my days. It might sort itself out. Why isn't it exploding? I must have the re-entry heat turned down a little bit. You know, the curve, they're still alive. So it's still successful. I mean, if it works, we don't need to change this design at all. Can't believe that. Right as I said it as well. Nice and stable. Just goes zoom. Oh, beautiful. Come on, guys. We got we might need some RCS on it or something, possibly. Maybe that reaction wheel is not quite strong enough. But we can't can I control this at all? Oh, don't go that way. Tumble again. Tumble. There's too much weight in the top. That's the problem. That fuel tank's far too heavy. That shouldn't be a problem when we come back from actually from the moon. We should have less fuel there. I can't turn this around at all. Let's see if that does anything. Oh. Slow down a bit. Can I do that? No. Well, these Kerbals. Just to make sure that they do die, let's go full blast at the ground. And zoom out a little bit. Rest in peace, buddies. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was called thrust assisted dying, or THAD. Wow, their souls are taking a long time to... There we go. So long. Right, on lawn dart. Hypersonic lawn dart. I'm pretty happy with that. I'll make a couple of changes later to things before we go live, and I'll make the other tankers. That'll be simple. But oh yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. That should be okay. Rest in peace, Kerbals. Yeah, there was no chance of them surviving that. Luckily, no suffering. Let's save that. Right. Let's close that down. Right. I'm happy with that. Awesome. Kills multiple Kerbals by crashing them into the ground. Alright guys, thank you for joining me this afternoon or this morning. I'll be back on later tonight, 1 AM UK time, whatever time that is for you. And we'll be doing that mission. We'll be going to the moon, hopefully not killing the Kerbals. But yeah, alright, I'll see you later then. Thank you for joining me again. Thank you if anyone subscribed. I can't see right now, but I'll have a look in a bit. And yeah, I'll see you later, guys.